Partan. I come from West Pokot County, and my main work is working with women and youth mainly. Mostly I work with women in terms of empowering them, health-wise and economic empowerment. And why women? Because we find that women are the backbone of the family, and even the productive work that women do in our country is very important, because we found that women, if they are involved in terms of leadership, and even when they are empowered economically, we find that even in Kenya, the families are going to be supported well. Good agents in terms of change, and that is why we insist women to take position of leadership, because they are the great agent of change in our country. Economically, they can change the economic status in the community, in the villages, and even Kenya national at large. That's why we are asking men to come in and support women in terms of leadership, because we have seen even many sectors and that women are given, they are doing very well and compared to men. So even this time round, as we are going to 2022, we are asking men to support women in the leadership position. We have given men, women have been supporting men, they have been having those positions, and this time round we want men to come in and support women, so that we can see the changes that maybe there are some gaps that men have not been able to fill it. But I believe that when a woman is given that position, he would be able to fill those gaps. And regulations, and there are some things that also prevent women from taking those leadership positions. And we are urging the leaders, the MPs, the governors, and even the policy makers that they allow the women, they make friendly policies that will allow women to take up those positions. Like for example, in terms of during campaigns, there is women during the day, they can do the campaign during the day, but during night or evening hours, we have roles as women that we play at our family level, and that cannot allow us to walk outside our families during the night. We are supposed to be with our husband, we are supposed to be with our children. Another thing also, it's very risky, but for men, there are advantages to campaign during the night. But if we have a policy that says that the campaigns are only done or even during the daytime, I think they'll be equal to women. Policies and even our constitution is clear about that gender rule. But up to now, women have not been, that policy has not been implemented. So we are urging the MPs, we are urging there at the National Assembly for them to be able to pass that policy, so that the women can have those positions for leadership. Also, in culture, there are some cultures that also prevent women from vying from those positions. But now we are asking people, or we are asking even our leaders to engage and even allow women to vie for those positions, or to elect women in those positions, because those cultures are the one, they kill the dreams of women. We have able women. For example, now issues of forced marriages also. We have able women, their dreams are killed in between. They are not able to achieve their dream because there's issues of forced marriages. Also, there's this culture that they say that once a woman should only participate in only domestic work. But as we are speaking today, we have seen countries that women are doing well. And for example, Tanzania, we had a deputy, a vice president from Tanzania, and now she's the president of Tanzania. And from the way he was working with the president, and now she has been president, there are so many things, good things that we expect from her. So if Tanzania is among the African countries, but they have embraced the leadership of women, so we expect also us in Kenya, as the counties also, like the West Pokot County, we expect 2022 to have maybe a woman who is a governor, or if we have a man who is a governor, we have also a woman who is a deputy governor. Some women there, but we want more women to be take up in those leadership positions, and this can only be achieved when men themselves come out and support women. Why? Because men are we come from a community whereby men are the decision makers at the end of the day. In each and everything, they are the decision makers. So if today men wake up and say, we are deciding that we are giving a leadership position to women, it is possible. That is why I'm mentioning that let men come out, support women. We are men, you have seen what we have played as women. You have seen even the families the women are raising. We are educating children, economically empowerment we have good business women who are great women. So we need that empowerment, or we need that support from our men, especially leaders, men leaders, because they are our leaders, and even the community, they hear them. When they say, they will support it. I had said that men at the end of the day are the decision makers in our culture. So we are women. As much as we have that dream, we want to vie for those positions, but there are some things that also limit us. One is that we are supposed to be financially stable. You cannot move. You have to register with money. You have, when during campaigns, you have to have money. But now that women are not allowed to own any properties, that is now where the challenge is. Because when a man vie for any position, in between where he feels that he doesn't have enough money, he will go back and sell a piece of land, maybe a vehicle, maybe cows. He has an advantage of that. But for women, we don't have the little money that you had when you are not able to, when you are done with that money, you can't sell anything. We are not allowed. We are not owning anything. The lands belong to men. The cows belong to men. Even during voting time, you find that in our community, a man who has 5 to 10 wives, he holds the identity card for their women and tell the women that I'm the one to give you direction to vote the person I want. So you find that even during that time, some women, even they decide not to go to vote because their husband have held their identity card for them during the voting. So we are telling men that allow women, give them the ID, even the identity, even their properties. Let the women own those properties, because at the end of the day, this is the person, he came in your life and he's supporting you financially and everything. So if we empower our women, if we build their capacity, I think they are able to achieve more. Like now in our constitution, we have also that 30% of contracts and even of the job should be given to women. We are saying, why 30%? The population in our nation, the high population is women. So why are they that contracts will be given us to 30%? Why not 70%? Let the women be given that contracts. Let the women to be given those jobs. Because when the women are given those jobs and even the contracts, it will empower them financially and it will motivate them. Because when someone, sure, he has all the qualification, but when it reaches in terms whereby I say, okay, now you can vie for a governorship, but where is the money? But if they are economically empowered, those contracts will empower them. They will have money. They will have money to do their campaigns, even to register. So we are asking men in positions to support women, give them tenders, give them good jobs, high-level jobs, that give them good money, that will support the women. Because women have the capacity. It's only that they lack money, and even those cultural issues, let men come out and rule those cultural issues, and women will be in position to take up the leadership position. Equally, they give bursary equally, and you will find that in some places whereby a family, there are 2 girls or 3 boys in school, at times you find that the boy child is given more money and a girl child is not given enough. Maybe they're given equal money, but we are saying that if they allocate much money education to women, we'll have in future women who are learned, women who gets jobs, and in that time women will have the capacity to take up their positions. We found that women are more productive in terms of businesses, but the revenues, they should reduce it, because you find that those mamas who are selling burgers, someone will want even to start another business, but the taxes are very high that even affect their businesses, and some even end up closing the businesses. So if the taxes are reduced, and even if the taxes are really reduced, the women will be able to participate in businesses, and they will be able to have the economical empowerment, because you find that there are a lot of women now, they are doing table banking, and this table banking thing, it ends up paying maybe some school fees, paying for buying food for their families, and that is what has really helped women. But if the government chip in and reduce some taxes, that table banking issues can help women to at least generate more business that can help them, and thus can change the life of women. And that is why we are advocating. I'm advocating and saying that let the women take up the leadership position, because they can make up decisions that are friendly to women. For example, when we participate in county budgets, you find that men, they decide the projects according to them. For example, you find when there are men, they will say issues of maybe cattle dip, but women, they will talk of health issues, because they know that when the health issues are addressed, then a woman is on the safe side. And wakati wamama wanauzishwa katika uongozi, unaona hata miradi ambaye wamama wanaongelea ama wamama wanapitisha ni miradi ambayo inasaidia familia na inasaidia community kwa jumla. Kwa mfano, utapata kwamba wamama wataongelea mambo ya manufaa ya afya, wataongelea mambo ya maji, na tunaona kwamba maji na mambo ya afya ikikuwa karibu, mama ataweza hata kupata nafasi ya kufanya biashara, na hata anaenda hospitali karibu, atatoka hospitalini na aweze kupata nafasi ya kwenda biashara. Lakini kama mama bado anaenda sehemu mbali kutafuta maji, kutafuta matibabu, hiyo pia utapata kwamba anakosa nafasi ya kufanya biashara yake. Na tunasema kwamba wamama wakikuwa kwa uongozini, mambo kama hayo ndio yatapitishwa, kwa sababu wamama wanaangalia mambo ambayo inajumuisha jamii kwa ujumla. Lakini unaona kwamba wanaume wataangalia tu, wanaona tu vitu ni kidogo, hizo vitu zingine ni kidogo, lakini mama wanapitisha miradi ambaye inasaidia jamii kwa jumla, inasaidia watoto, vijana, wamama, hata wazee. Ndio nimesema kwamba wazee tunaomba na tunasema tuwape wamama, tuwashike mkono, waingie uongozini ili tuone mabadiliko. Mkiwapea nafasi, mtaona mabadiliko, na itachukua muda, mtayaona, kwa sababu hata hii uongozi ambaye tuko naye kama ni ya kisiasa ni mwaka 5. Hiyo miaka 5 mtaona mabadiliko ambaye mama amefanya, mwaka mwingine mtaona. Kwa hivyo tunasema jumuisheni wa mama katika uongozi, na mtaona mabadiliko kwa shule, kielimu, kihospitali, kiafya, na hata maendeleo katika miradi ya nyumbani na hata biashara. Kwa hivyo tunasema asanteni sana.
Sio West Pokot peke yake, kaunti Kenya mzima kwa jumla. Sababu tunaona kweli tunalemewa wakati ikifika wakati wa kampeni. Ukiona kina mama hawezi kufaulu kwa sababu hawana pesa, hawana uwezo. lakini wakina mama wangepata uwezo, maana hawana urithi ambaye wanaweza sema akona shamba yake ya kuuza ama kuna ng'ombe yake. Sisi kama kina mama hatuna kibali ya kusema hii ni mbuzi yangu nauza. Uwezi wewe ukiuza wanasema huyu amekuwa ni mkora, mama ambaye si mwaminifu anauza vitu, na hauna ruhusa hiyo kwa sababu mzee ndio kichwa ya nyumbani. Kwa hivyo ningeomba tu tuweze kutafuta pengine organization ambaye inaweza kutusaidia kupatia sisi pengine pesa kidogo, hata pengine kufanya mkutano yeyote ambaye inaweza kusaidia mtu kuuza sera zake. Una pesa kwa ofisi, yani hata watu hawakuamini kama wewe hawakukuchagua. Hiyo ni chama wamekupea. Lakini nilikuwa naomba kina mama tukielekea 2022 heri tuweze kutafuta viti kama MCA, MP, hata governor, senator, yote yenye watu wanataka. Tumeona madada zetu kwa kaunti zingine wamejaribu, na wengine ni viongozi na wanafanya kazi mzuri. Nilikuwa naomba sasa viongozi wa kina mama wa West Pokot waweze kujaribu kutafuta hizi viti kama wachaguliwe, ndio waweze kuhudumia watu, ndio waweze kupata pesa kwa ofisi, ili watu waone huduma yao. Tuone tofauti ya wale MCA wanaume na wale MP wanaume. Ningeambia kina mama wapatie support kina mama, kwa sababu mama akipata kiti atasaidia kwake, asomeshe watoto, asaidia hata familia, hata na watu wenye wako kwa hiyo kama ni constituency, kama ni county, kama ni ward. Na mama akipata kitu kidogo, mfano watu wakienda sasa kama mkutano ama kwa mkutano yeyote kama hii ya kushughulikia kama organization, watu wapewe ile allowances. Mama anapeleka yake mpaka nyumbani, lakini mzee anamaliza yake. Hiyo ndio mfano. Ningeomba wamama wapatiwe nafasi, kwa sababu wanashughulikia nyumbani na wanashughulikia watoto sana. Ningeomba tu wazee wasaidia kina mama wapate hiyo viti.
Songa tena.
Hello? Yes. Nataka tukutane na wamama. Kesho saa 4. Sawa, kesho saa 4 tukutane kama wamama ili tuongelee mambo ya table banking na tuongelee maendeleo zingine ambayo itatusaidia kama wamama. Tuko tunasema hii wakati sasa hii vitu yanatumia ya support corona sasa. Mama wapewe loans, wafanye biashara ili waweze kusupport familia. Sasa tumefunga shule nyingi sana, serikali ileta loan ili wamama waweze kufaidika na hata biashara zao ziweze. Ndio baba.
Hata wana waelimishe huyu aone hao mama wana
hasa wamama wanafanya biashara kama hiyo. Porque
peke yake. Karibu customer, njoo customer uone simu zote customer hapa kwa bei rahisi. Simu za Tecno, simu za Itel, simu za Nokia, zote hapa customer kwa bei rahisi kabisa. Nazo memory kwa shilingi 100, betri za simu shilingi 100, nazo memory kwa shilingi 400 peke yake.